Hello and welcome, Gemini, to your monthly tarot and astrology reading for April 2023. My name is Jeff. I'm an astrologer and intuitive tarot reader here with you at Raise Your Vibration TV. This is a general reading for your sun, moon, or rising sign. It may resonate with you or not. It's not a problem. Take what you need and leave the rest. I'd like to thank you all for your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. They mean so much to us. If you haven't yet, please do hit that subscribe button and support us here at Raise Your Vibration TV. All right, Gemini, let's begin. I'm going to get these cards all warmed up, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to let you know that number one, I picked an oracle card for you before from your guides before the reading, and then I picked one out of the Archangel Michael card oracle deck too. So we'll go over those as the after the reading, so stick around for that. Let's pull up the astrology and start dealing some cards. Let's do this. Gemini. Right away, April 3rd, your ruler, Mercury, moves into the sign of Taurus. Now, Mercury in Taurus is kind of arid. It's kind of, you could look at being in the desert almost, you know what I mean? Feeling like your communications that you're putting out there are reaching no one. It could also be being very stubborn in your communications. I'm not going to talk to them, that kind of thing. Mercury brings into Taurus this feeling of speaking what makes you feel secure also. It could also be a very lovey-dovey time too. And as I'm looking more at this, Gemini, this may be your month if you are single, that you will definitely find somebody. So let's pull out some cards and see what they got to say. All right, angels, guides, and spirits. And of course, in true Gemini fashion, they just go flying everywhere. All right. So we may be trying to find a balance at the beginning of the month, okay? This could also be with finances also. We may be holding back. There could be a holding pattern, waiting for the right time. And the right time, you'll know when it's the right time when you open yourself up to the possibilities in the world around you. Is it going to be a world of lack, or is it going to be a world of prosperity that will easily welcome you into the tribe? You know what I mean? Maybe it's time. Maybe you're still trying to, this is very indicative to Gemini, is that you've got that yin and that yang, that light and that shadow of the Gemini personality. And all you Geminis know exactly what I'm talking about, is that maybe one has been out of balance with the other. And if it's one thing I know about Geminis, is they find true balance when they merge those two personalities that are inside you. And I think this month you have to really start focusing and speaking what it makes you feel safe and when it's the right time to make the move. But the universe wants you to see that you're not going for the low-hanging fruit. You're picking the harvest. You know what I mean? And there's an owl there that shows that you are much wiser than you were, wiser to the world and how it works, and making it work in your favor, finally. So there's a indecision here about, is this the right time? And you'll know when you are open to receive from the world into the universe and reaping the rewards too. Let's not forget reaping the rewards. So before we deal some more cards, let's talk about what's going on April 6th. April 6th, there is a full moon, and it's happening in your 5th house. So let's break this down. First of all, the full moon illuminates situations in our lives. So this is going to bring to light situations, and because it is in your 5th house, this has to do with romance. Maybe you speaking out to the universe when, you know what, this is the right time for me to say, all right, universe, I allow someone into my life. Or this could be trying to decide whether you're going to leave a partner or not in a shitty relationship. Well, it should be a no-brainer. You should get the hell out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? So this is all leading up to this whole escapade that's going to progress during the month. It's going to be an exciting month for you. Just as long as you are balancing those two sides of yourself and you are knowing when the right time to act is, and I think the full moon will start that. All right, so let's deal out some more cards, and we will bring on the astrology with that. Thank you, angels, guides, and spirits. Can I have 3 cards for Gemini, please? Thank you. You're getting 4. All right. Oh, wow. Damn, look at that. All right, so the Hangman says, trust the process. The Hangman also says, if you can't control this situation, if you can't make somebody fall in love with you, or if you can't go out there and find somebody, you go to a bar and you're just sitting there and, that's a pretty sad kind of picture to paint. I want you to let that go. Don't try to figure out when Prince Charming or Cinderella is going to show up in your life. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to surrender it to the universe. You need to know that the universe is going to provide it for you. Queen of Pentacles here. This could also be about a job change too. If you're looking for the right time to leave the job, you'll know when. 4 of Wands has a dual meaning here. Act as if and open up to it. Celebrate. Act like you already got that partner. Or you probably will. You probably will meet somebody, because this is all leading up to something. This is a pretty exciting reading so far, and we're only 6 minutes into it. So this could also be a move. So if you've been looking to move, it will happen. But any situation that you can apply it to follows this formula, this 4-step formula. Surrender it to the universe. Trust the process. Know that it is coming to you. Know that it is coming to you. Act as if. And open up to a new beginning. Yeah. Any single Geminis out there, it's going to be a hot month. Let me elaborate. April 11th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into, guess what sign? I'll wait. You guessed right, it's Gemini. In your sign. Venus, the planet of love, partnerships, what we want in relationships, that relationship is moving into your sign. 5 days later, after that full moon in your 5th house of love and romance. Growl. I can't growl that well. I mean, it's your time to purr, Gemini, and you deserve it. Venus and Gemini. I have Venus and Gemini in my chart, and it's in the 8th house. So wrap your head around that. But one astrologer told me that it's a very promiscuous sign. So you're going to have choices, okay? And open up to these. Why not? Have some fun. Because things are about to get serious. The first half of the month looks like, wow. And then the second half of the month is like, wow. There's 2 totally different feels for this. And I want you to focus on the wow instead of what's coming, okay? April 18th, the moon, which has to do with your emotions, is going to be square Mars. And that can be a tumultuous time. That's when things might go belly up, or you might say some things that you were not too clear on saying. It can invoke anger, but I'm going to tell you something. What the universe is saying for this is, as long as you don't hold back, okay? As long as you trust the process. Page of Wands shows, you know what? I'm going to celebrate. You should really be celebrating around this time. I'm going to be stepping into my destiny. I'm going to open up to my destiny with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool right next to each other. That's big new possibilities, but you've got to open yourself up to them. Now is the right time for you to do that. And you've got the universe on your side on this one. You will reap the benefits of all the good things you want in your life, but you have to take action now. And I think at the beginning of the month, you balancing out that shadow side and telling your shadow side, no, we are worthy of this, and I'm going to speak it into existence. And 3 days later, the full moon happens. You may meet somebody, or you may, even enjoy yourself. This could also mean going on trips, enjoying your children, a situation with your children, but it's a celebration. It's a celebration, bitches. That's the way it's got to be. And that's what you have to put your focus on, because April 20th, we're going to be having a solar eclipse for the first time this year in the sign of Aries, and that's going to be in your 11th house. And that is opposite your 5th house. So this has a lot about giving and receiving love. So the astrological weather for you, Gemini, this month is open yourself up to the possibilities of giving and receiving love. And what I mean by that is that if you give yourself the love that you want to give somebody else, that you become a magnet for that type of energy, and you draw that into your life. And this is the month that you could actually make it happen, because the solar eclipse is no joke. They've gotten a bad rap, but they're also super new moons. And in your 11th house, this is meeting somebody through a group of people, perhaps. All right. It always seems like this month, it seems like you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but you're only taking 1 step back, but you are making progress. So the worst thing you could do is get frustrated. All these cards are symbolism of once we get ourselves balanced, we are going to celebrate and open up. There's so many arms open here. You know what I mean? Take advantage of this. That solar eclipse is going to feel heavy, but it's going to pay off in the end. This has a 6-month influence. It's not 3 days like a new moon. You know what I'm saying? It's not 30 days, I should say, for the next month. This is 6 months. So you're setting up your summer and your fall. And I think you're not going to be alone in this, to tell you the truth. It's where you're going to put your focus. Do I give myself enough love that I expect from another person in a relationship? Because you will not experience that until you can experience it with yourself. And that way you attract that person into your life. But Gemini, things are heating up for you. Open up to it. Okay? Now, the next day after the solar eclipse on the 21st, surprise, Mercury, your ruler, goes retrograde in Taurus. So there's a window of opportunity here that I suggest you do before the 18th. Now, I don't want you to sit on your couch watching The Bachelor expecting someone to show up at your door. That is not how you manifest. Well, Jeff told me someone was going to show up. No, I said the energy is right for you to manifest what you want. And I gave you the 4-step process here. Surrender. Know that the universe is going to bring it to you. Act as if. And what was the other one? Yeah, act as if and open up to it. Take that leap of faith. And that's also changing your perspective. Because if you don't have a partner yet, you're probably making excuses of why you don't need one. Oh, I've got myself into my work. I'd rather put myself into my work. I'd rather do this, or I don't have time for a relationship, blah, 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 blah. It's time to talk yourself into it, because you deserve love just like every single soul on this planet. Let's pull out some more cards for that Mercury retrograde, please. One more. Okay. So, what they're saying here, King of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Once we put our focus and use our wisdom and see things from a higher perspective and get our thoughts in line with ourselves, that's what the Ten of Swords does. Those birds represent the swords in this deck. And instead of them harming you, they're flying in tandem with you. Think of your other self, Gemini, as this, as your thoughts and yourself. That's how I kind of see Geminis too, is that there's the left brain and the right brain, and it's the angel and the devil on the shoulder, literally. And those black birds could really be attacking you right now, like a scene out of Alfred Hitchcock. But instead, they are moving with you in this new journey. Ten of Swords is an ending. And then you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is, again, love, celebration. Things you deserve, even the dog. He's happy. Look at him. He's panting like hell. That's what you focus on. The happy ending. The payoff. That's all that is required from you for the universe is see yourself. If you want a partnership, then you create it. See it in your mind and know it's going to happen. It's like setting it in a crock pot. Set it and forget it. You set that in good time, oh dear God. The meat will fall off the bone, literally. All right, let's get 3 cards for Gemini, please. More clarity, please. One more. Is that 3? Nope, that's 2. One more for Gemini, please. All these readings so far have been really positive, really like it's time to claim it. There's some collective energy going on here, and it's fantastic. Sacrifice your old ways, your old beliefs. Sacrifice those old beliefs. Let them go. Open up to new possibilities. That's your crown chakra. Allow the universe to flow through you because there is definite positive movement forward. Wow, Gemini. Don't let the later half of the month freak you out. You got this, okay? I know how you're probably still fixated on that. But solar eclipse, what? But trust me, this is all going to have to do with relationships and creating them and being at the right place at the right time. Because you Geminis just want to be loved and hopeless romantics. So allow that energy to come into your life. You're going to be quite surprised of what follows. 3 cards, and there they are. Thank you very much, angels, guides, and spirits. Let's see, Gemini, what we got. All right, this is the Emperor. This is not gender specific. This is almost an energy. It's take the reins. You are the leader. You are the creator of your world. You've got it all in your hands. You just have to know this and claim it. Again, balance, fairness, the law of karma. Things are playing out. Things are starting to balance. And look at that. The Knight of Fire. Confident, passionate, adventurous. Not sitting around and waiting. This looks like somebody coming in, too. Fantastic. Now let's check out our cards from our guides. First one. Emotional desert. I was talking about a desert earlier. This is where you're at right now in the desert, but I really want you to focus on the oasis. Okay, that's where the light is actually shining. Basically, what this card is also showing is that relief is in sight. You've been in isolation and having inactivity far too long. And you may have gotten complacent with it. But the universe wants to show you that you deserve more, and it's out there for you. Ooh, step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. There is somebody out there for you if you want that relationship. You need to step out in the spotlight. The beginning of the month says your ruler is moving into a more stable sign. So say what you mean. Speak to the universe what you want. Create that beautiful relationship. And you shall have it. Just do it before Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month. But Gemini, this is, again, a very positive reading. April seems to be collectively a very good month. It's going to be a little shaky, but there's so much to look forward to. And that's all you focus on. And it will, like a magnet, you keep putting that energy out there and it will come to you. Trust the universe. Gemini, April is going to be great for you. Let me know in the comments how things go. I'm very interested to see how things will develop. So this was great. I hope this resonated with you. I love doing these readings for you, Gemini. Thank you so much, and I will see you in May.